I'm going to talk to you about the world-famous fantasy series Game of Thrones.
That was Amber. She is apparently the only good tour guide in New York City, and this is a great example of why she is one of my very favorite creators on this app and one of the smartest thinkers. And this video and its take on the Game of Thrones was so smart, it made me think of Walter Benjamin, the literary critic among many other fields. And so I want to talk about his book today because she made me think of him. This is an excellent collection if you don't know anything about Walter Benjamin, which I didn't. I've heard his name a bunch because he has a famous essay about hashish, and that's my line of work, but he was always just one more like around the war figure. And so this has an introduction by Susan Sontag, who is just such an excellent writer and really puts his life in perspective. And one of the things that makes it so powerful is he is through the lens of Jewish mysticism and philosophy and theology and literary criticism, he is speaking truth to power. He was a German Jewish guy witnessing the rise of the Nazis and having to move all around Europe, having trouble finding work, even though he was so obviously a brilliant thinker. And he was friends with all of the greats. You know, Hannah Arendt was close to him. When he fled, he stayed with the through Penny Opera, Bertolt Brecht, and he considered and another thumbs up. He considered Martin Heidegger to be his nemesis, and the more I learned about Heidegger, the more I think he was an asshole. Um, and so this collection is so good because it looks at all of his scattered works and puts them in one place, and you get just it. He uses dreams and surrealism. He just pulls from all over the place. It's really, and he's sometimes very, very funny. Um, and he said or was it Sontag who said the pursuit of books is like the pursuit of sexual pleasure, that they both just increase the levels of pleasure in your life. And so it's hard to describe what makes him such a brilliant thinker because it's so outside the box of pretty much any other thinker I've ever read. Unfortunately, the story ends very sadly. He was trying to flee through Franco's Spain and was captured and thought he was going to be repatriated to the Nazis and murdered, and so he died by suicide of morphine tablets. He was already considering suicide for quite a while. He was a melancholic, as he said, that is his temperament. But seeing the rise of the Nazis was too much for him, and he decided to end it. So I just wanted to highlight Amber's work as well as the work of Walter Benjamin.